Welcome to Locker Code, where football is not just fantasy, but our reality, where you can express your excitement, your tensions, or even frustrations about the games, your team, your league, and performances of players. Let's go! Yo, welcome back, boys.
What's good, man? What's good?
Welcome back.
Man,
We had that
we took
hiatus, right?
we took that hiatus and come back refreshed, ready to go, ready to rock. The 2021 season feel like it just got started.
Dude, I walked into the studio. I was like, yo, this joint look different.
Yeah, 1 week make a difference, huh?
He got his dreads out now.
Yeah,
I know.
I ain't playing no more, bro.
Dude showing off on us that doesn't have hair, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy.
I'll
Like,
spot
show
you,
off.
son.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm rocking my shine.
Ah,
You know
bro,
what I mean?
you out with the gray hair. This one out with a full beard, yo.
Yeah.
This right here, it's 2 years, B.
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow my beard out,
I
man.
keep
This
cutting
joint
this
is
crap,
crazy,
man.
yo.
I keep cutting this crap. I haven't been taking care of it though, because I don't really care. So it's just like, yeah.
Dude, you shocked me. You shocked the hell out of me one time when I walked in here and I seen all that gray.
Gray,
I'm like,
I
yo,
know.
what's this dude, yo?
I know. I mean,
Dude on that Bad Boys mark. What is it? What you got was dyeing his hair, yo. I didn't
Yo,
even
this
know
is
that.
the COVID.
When he was-
Yeah.
this is the this is all
COVID?
it's due to COVID, man. Like usually I got it dyed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's no such thing
It's-
as COVID in Florida.
Yeah.
But
We don't
We don't even believe
we don't
it.
believe in COVID. Eh?
That thing's been done a long time ago, bro.
I know. It seems like COVID just decided to stop coming to Florida because I can't tell the last
Stop,
time I
bro.
see anything about cases in Florida and shit. Like that.
They stopped that joint.
And
Talking
everything
Talking
is
about
open.
opening. Yeah, we've been open.
Everything is open.
We never closed.
We never really closed. I
They're
mean,
really close, man.
you saw in spring break, every club was open, every bar was open,
Yeah.
every restaurant open.
Everybody's just chilling.
Then they just released like last week? Oh, no mask requirement. They were like, oh, you're late.
Yeah.
We've been doing that.
People looking at me like I'm crazy when I have the
Yo,
mask on,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. I walk in the stores and stuff and I have my mask on. People like,
Like something wrong with
like
me.
You
it was
got
like,
something?
Yeah,
you-
right.
well, why you got a mask on? Like, I'm suspect.
I'm good on that.
I'm
yo.
suspect. What's that? The end of that DMX is like, you suspect, yo. You
Yeah.
suspect.
Yo, shot or no shot, yo. I'm watching it either way, B. I'm good. I'll wait a year.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm not taking chances, bro.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So,
Yo, so how was the weekend, man?
my weekend was pretty good, man. I can only remember Saturday though, and I'm trying to remember what I did on Friday. Saturday, I went out on the ocean. You know what I mean? A friend of mine had a boat. We all just went out and hang out and all that stuff.
Dope.
All day, man. It was fun, man. It was fun. A lot of drinking, a lot of adult,
Beverages.
participations
Gotcha.
and all that good stuff. It was good. It was good. It was a really good time.
Stay on that participation.
No, right?
Drove past my exit. That's all I got to say.
That's it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Due to a what do you call it? Adult
Beverages?
Participation.
Participation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
usually
entanglement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That usually happens, though, man.
That's our version of the entanglement. Adult participation, and a few people may know what that means.
Yo, it was cool. I had a good weekend, man. Dropped it with the kids. We went to the beach. Then we went to a vegan fest.
A vegan fest.
A vegan block party.
Bro.
Yeah. About,
Y'all
Fort
trying to
Lauderdale.
start y'all little movement, huh?
Yeah,
The
son,
vegan
it's
block
strong,
party.
baby. Yeah, it's strong, baby.
Bro, we were having a conversation before you got here, bro. I'm
Knew he was
just
gonna talk
no.
about it. All right,
I'm not.
Let
Listen,
me tell him first. All right, so we went to the vegan block party, right? Because we knew we were gonna. There's a bunch of vegan stuff that's gonna be out there, and I sent it out to y'all boys just to see if y'all boys wanted to.
Oh
come
yeah,
through,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
I
but the
didn't know you
thing
were
is,
serious.
I would have
I was
came.
dead
I would have
ass.
came
I was dead
because, but I was on the boat, and
Yeah.
it wasn't my boat, so I couldn't.
yes, no, you good. So I went right because I've been to the one at Vegan Fest up in Palm Beach, and it's cool because like it's a good amount of people, 50, 60 people, and it's like 15, 30 food trucks, and you can just chill, eat, have a ball, whatever. The block party was damn near 300 to 350 people with only like 15 distributors.
Mm-hmm.
We was in a line for an hour and a half, right, just to get our food, right? So when we was in line, we seen this plantain shop, and they had all this different type of foods, and we were like, yo, I'm gonna go there. And then next door to it, we saw this all seafood joint. We were like, vegan seafood. You know, because I already
Vegan
spoke to you about the shrimp already, so I had the shrimp before. So
And vegan lobster too?
it was vegan fish, bro.
Vegan fish.
Fish. So I'm like, yo,
Yo, PJ's like, okay.
because I know PJ is a fish man too, so you know I gotta bring that joint up to him. So I went in line, I'm like, yo, I have to, I gotta taste this, I gotta eat this. But
And
by the
it
time
looks like...
it literally made it look like fish, bro. It literally looks like a bass, bro. It's just the same. But I didn't taste it because it all ran out and shit like that. So I don't even know how
So
that
what
joint
did they...
tastes.
What,
I have no idea, bro. It's the first time I ever seen it, bro.
I had the same questions you had.
It's the first time I ever seen it.
Listen, I know you love fish, my dude. So I see, if I love something, like, you see how you love fish? There is no way I can chance trying a vegan fish and then it just ruined it for me. Like, I would just rather not.
I don't think that could ever happen, bro. I don't think your vegan food can mess up your regular day-to-day food of fish, right? Fish.
but here's the thing. And
I can't see that, right? Like, I can't see, like...
I'm not knocking it, man. I'm not knocking
No,
it. I just
I'm
want
just
to.
saying, like,
I would love to try it.
You know how,
what
like,
I'm
you
gonna
have
do?
your family recipes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, you know? Like, you can go to the restaurant and get some food, right? But it ain't nothing like mama cooking, right? That ain't mess up the taste of it. It just ain't nothing like mama
No, I
cooking.
get you. I get you.
what I'm gonna start doing, I want to try these vegan dishes. So, cause
Me
when,
too.
When we went to the burger joint, right, in Fort Lauderdale.
What burger joint? Oh, yeah.
Burger pie?
No, it wasn't Burger
it's
Pie.
a vegan.
Down,
spot.
it's down in what you call. But I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. the
So
name
it
of
was like a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think you had like the crispy something.
Yeah, it was like, and it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be able to tell different. So what I'm gonna start doing, since you got vegan shrimp, you got vegan oxtail, you got
I haven't tried the oxtail yet.
vegan
bro.
Chicken.
vegan chicken, vegan
Fish.
The
fish.
wings. Yeah, I
I
haven't tried.
want
And a
to
vegan
start.
wing.
We need to start trying this.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this dude need to start.
You should
you know-
actually take a picture.
Yeah,
Wednesday-
not only take a picture. He sent me a picture of
I
the
sent
like
you the picture, the
yeah. He
wings
sent me
and the-
pictures.
and I sent it to you too. the
Yeah,
wings and
he
the
sent
shrimp.
us pictures of like the vegan wings, the vegan wings and something. Yeah,
think
he
so,
sent it
too.
in the chat. Like he sent us like vegan wings and stuff. The pictures I don't care for. I want to try it myself.
All right,
so
Wednesday.
when Wednesday there's a vegan fest going on or something.
No, I go.
Oh, you're gonna go grab some. Hey,
I grab some Wednesday.
Look.
May 23rd is a vegan fest in Palm Beach, in West Palm Beach. That's far, obviously. But Wednesday I'll go to the vegan shop, 10 Times Vegan, which is in East of Pompano.
Okay.
And I get some wings.
All right.
Or I'll tell y'all the menu and you kind of decide on what you
no,
want.
you can get the wings.
messing
You have
with wings.
already had the wings, right?
Yeah.
And
I
you
did the- I
swear
did the
by them.
po-
So
I swear by the wings, and I like the po' boy, but I like the wings way better.
all right, so let's do the wings.
Yeah.
let's do the wings.
All right, so you-
Next
I'd rather
show.
even start with that.
Yeah,
It's
next
even
show.
better, right?
Fish and shrimp is too.
It's jumping over, right?
Yeah,
it's jumping over.
yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So
The oxtail
you
is
had
like-
the burgers.
Way over. y'all got vegan curry goat too?
Nah, yeah, that one I haven't done it yet. Yo.
So
I'm
but
probably
yeah.
gonna work on that one there. Yeah.
But yeah, man. I've had curry tofu before.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
tofu. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I want to try that wing, those wings, man. Like for real. So next show we have the wings,
I'll
and
bring
we
the
go
wings.
ahead and try it out.
Yeah, I'll bring the wings on the show, bro.
All right,
You should
cool,
be good,
cool,
bro.
cool.
And y'all just tell me which one because I think they have like hot, spicy,
Lemon pepper and all
barbecue.
that?
They got lemon pepper, B.
Oh, hey.
Lemon pepper.
so you in the vegan world, you're not missing nothing.
Nothing, bro. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Wait. I'll make the determination after I taste it.
All right.
I'm not not because they have the thing that goes on the outside of the thing.
And one of the things is too is like I know you like your special sauce. Bring your special sauce on there, because that's how I love my food, right? Because I'm still gonna use the same spices and everything that we use.
Right.
The Caribbean people use, like I'm saying, whatever I eat. So.
You telling me to put my
I'm
jerk
just saying.
sauce on pop?
No, I'm just saying that's.
No, I'll
that-
definitely
that's
try
a
it on
flavor
it.
for you to see how.
I'll
yo,
definitely try it on it.
Wednesday
I
it
may-
is, man.
I may have,
We gonna
like-
put it on the show. We gonna.
So
talk
You know
about
what-
it.
you know what that will do for you?
I don't have to pick up any food.
No,
like
I got it.
normally.
I got it. I'll pick it
So
up.
you know what can happen for you, man? If I try those wings and I figure out like they sell them and it tastes good, like especially like with my jerk sauce or any one of those sauces, bruh, it's one of the menu items at the crib.
Yeah, I got
That's
you.
what I'm
bro.
saying.
Yeah, I got you. Yo. One of the
Looking
things too.
forward.
I'm looking forward to it, too.
what wifey likes too, what they use is for the bone, right? They use sugar cane. So basically, when you eat it, then you can chew on the sugar.
Oh, nice.
Gives
All
you a
right.
little sweet flavor, whatever.
All right.
Man, let's get to football. Bro.
One other thing, though. One other thing. So since Wednesday, we're gonna have this whole food stuff and all that. We can't leave out the Connect Four.
Oh, so you were supposed to do the Connect Four this week, right? Was it last week?
Yeah.
I can find it.
Yeah. So we could do it next week.
We can do it next week with the food and all that.
You know,
we trying to invite nobody?
Some people are capping and you know.
I know. Yeah.
Some people what?
Some people are capping. He just said some people capping.
I ain't say who it was.
He didn't say who it was.
No,
I just said, I know, and that was it.
No, I didn't hear what he said. I'm just asking what you say.
Yeah, he said some people capping, bro.
But yeah, we can invite somebody next week. What are we gonna cover next week? You know what? Let's get into the show, and then we can talk about that at the end of the show.
This show, we talking about AFC North Division.
All right.
So
all right.
We're gonna kind of break down what each team in each division, what are the expectations of what we think they're going to be doing this year, fantasy values, where we think they're going to go at, and that's about it, right? We're gonna go.
We're gonna break it down.
Show, right?
We're gonna break it down. Break it down.
What we got? First quarter. Pittsburgh Steelers. What we want to talk about is the division, right? Last year, Pittsburgh Steelers was 12-4. Baltimore was 11-5. Cleveland was 11-5. Cincinnati Bengals was 4-11, right? I think we predicted that anyways, in that pretty much I believe in that order. I don't think we saw Ravens over Pittsburgh Steelers, but how everything broke down just last year, was there anything different that you thought should have happened?
Yeah, so teams digress due to player digression. I think the Baltimore Ravens underperformed. As far as a 11-5 record, I think as a team they didn't. Offensively, they didn't progress from the year before. They didn't beat the top teams. They were still a good team. They still ran over the teams that were beneath them, but they didn't beat and compete with the top teams in that division. And you're looking at a MVP caliber quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. You know, his game didn't progress as well. So from a team perspective, they were a good defensive team, and you know, against teams that you know can't really score, they'll run all over you. But against the Pat Mahomes and the teams that matter, they
got soft.
And same thing happened the year prior to that.
I mean, do you think that was part of what we talked about last year over the summer? Just Lamar Jackson getting that quarterback coach, or having the right receiver. I mean, you're basically saying, listen, they improved last year was 220, so 2019 you saw what Baltimore can do. So your expectation was like, yo, they're gonna take that next step.
Take the next step, the next notch.
Felt, even though 11-5 is a good record, they just didn't take.
That next step. No.
I mean, while some teams did better, some teams didn't do good, and I blame it on COVID because Lamar, he couldn't practice, and the thing that he needed to work on is his pass, right? His passing game and all that stuff. So with COVID, there was a lot of restriction from state restrictions to, to teams restriction, NFL restrictions, and so forth. So he didn't have an opportunity to really get to know his wide receivers and really get timing and all that stuff down. So he didn't have an opportunity to really improve per se, from my point of view, due to COVID. So yeah, while a lot of people, a lot of teams improve in other aspect throughout the season, but I don't think him being so run happy versus pass happy, he needs that time. So I'm expecting him to be a better quarterback this year, pass more.
And I think he should play. I think last year too, the organization wanted him to be more of a pocket passer type of quarterback. I think he should play to his strengths and feed off of that other stuff. I felt like he wanted to try to show, okay, I could pass the ball, and the timing was off and somewhat underthrown or overthrown or whatever the case may be. But a team that...
And they need to give him help. Like, last year, they needed to give him help when Antonio Brown became available. I really thought, they were going to go after Antonio Brown because that's who he was practicing with in Florida.
It would have been a perfect
you see what I'm saying?
spot.
Yeah. So Hollywood Brown is just a hit or miss, man. And I've seen a couple of those dudes get drafted this year. They're speedsters. They're short, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to hit it. Every short guy that came out this year, everybody is comparing them to Tyreek Hill. No, Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hardman, Hollywood Brown, all these other wide receivers that are speedsters. They're coming out. They're getting compared to Tyreek Hill, and yet they haven't done crap.
Well, I think one of the things is that with Hollywood Brown, he just needed another receiver. He needed a Batman or he needed a Robin.
But nobody was really there. Nobody really doubles him though.
Yeah,
no one doubles him.
So why another wide receiver on the squad doesn't help him?
He is not a Batman or a Robin.
Yeah,
in reality.
Yeah, he's not. But you still need that extra receiver that you can try.
Their best receiver is their tight end, which is Mark Andrews.
Yeah. But so if you add another receiver, which we'll talk more.
That's who used to get double.
If Mark Andrews still gets doubled, then you get another receiver. Hollywood Brown would be a threat downfield. Unfortunately, that's the only thing we see Hollywood Brown doing is because he's got that speed, so go downfield.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's what's going to help him more. But that was just how Juju was, right?
Right.
We saw. Who was it? Not Adams, but was it AB there at that time?
Where? Yeah,
Antonio Brown was at.
Juju looked really good.
Yeah, I mean,
then he became the guy, and Juju was just regular.
I think like they had Snead on the Ravens last year. He didn't do anything. Like they need a good slot.
Snead was with the Saints.
They need a good slot wide receiver, man.
Juju wasn't. Since we're talking about Juju, he wasn't. I don't even think he was the second best receiver on his team.
Yeah, I think Juju was actually third.
Yeah, behind Deontay Johnson and Claypool.
And
Claypool
came in strong, bro.
And I think Claypool may be the number one going forward.
Well, let's talk about Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh went 12-4 last year.
Right. I thought they were going to go all the way, man. Unfortunately, I think Ben's shoulder just got tired because they were passing so much.
They just fell off towards the ending.
Yeah, because Ben's shoulder got tired. The defense wasn't holding up. The line was like none of the lines were holding up. So, the reason why Ben got tired. Granted, Ben is older, but they didn't have a running game. If you look, they struggled in the running game throughout the season. So that forces Ben to pass the ball. So that's why if you look at Ben in the beginning of the season, his fantasy numbers were like Ben was in the top 5. Like how much he was passing the ball. And I knew, like, based on his age, he's gonna just go down. And that's unfortunately that's what happened because they didn't have a running game. Connor couldn't stay healthy, like you know what I mean. They keep rotating backs and all that stuff. So, but now I mean,
Najee
Harris is there, but we're gonna get into that part. I even want to talk about what's 2021. But last year, I think that's the biggest thing in regards.
So I mean, I looked at it as the same thing. I mean,
because their defense was fire.
We want to talk about injuries, but we want to talk about Connor's injuries and Ben's shoulder. But I think a lot of it had to do with TikTok, with Juju, right? I think those distractions, you know what I'm saying?
It's not even distraction. I can tell you this, playing competitive sport, if you think about it, if somebody comes on my grounds, right, and before the game starts, you feel like you want to disrespect my grounds, I don't care about the game anymore. I'm coming after you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't really care if I win or lose. I'm coming after you. That's just how it is. So Juju was putting targets on himself, and he was putting targets on the team. So people were playing harder just because of like, yo, you want to dance today? All right, I'm gonna show you why you need to shut up. And that's really what
and they were taking him out.
And they were right, and that's really a lot of teams went into the games. He started, I think it was like middle of the season. He started doing the whole dancing and all that.
Fifth game.
So I don't even understand what the reason was for all that.
Like, no reason.
I don't know if he's trying to bring attention to himself.
It's just attention.
In a different way.
It's literally just attention.
I think he was really into the whole TikTok thing, and then he just tried to find out like a great scene to do certain things, certain dances.
Yeah.
And so that became it. It was just like, just doing it in the middle of the field. But then it became like, it's like, why does this dude keep dancing in the middle of the field? And then it became like a situation like, he's talking shit on the field. Right? And then they were like, nah, don't do that. Don't come on the field doing that joint. Don't come to our house doing that joint. Then it became a threat. You know what I'm saying? Then it became that whole T.O. joint. Like T.O.
Right. T.O. You remember T.O. with the Cowboys. And
it became that disrespectful.
And they found it disrespectful. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on the Cleveland Browns. I think they actually progressed and they took that step. So they found an identity. You remember the year prior, all the big names, They don't know if they're a throwing team or a running team. I think they're going forward. They know that they're a running team. That's what works to the best of their ability. And they looked like, overall, when you encompass everything, they look like the best team in that division last year.
I would agree with you if I agree with that they were the best team overall. I would agree with you the statements that like they finally realized like, yo, we're a running team. If OBJ was there at the time, that
yeah, but even when he was there before he was injured, he said, "Yo, like
he did say this is a running team.
This is a running team. Like I'm not going to get like
yeah, but I think in the beginning of the season it wasn't. They were trying to find their identity.
They were winning with him like there, and he wasn't really fantasy relevant.
No, he wasn't. But I think they were still trying to find their identity because remember Baker's trying to deep pass the ball to OBJ at any point in time just to give him the ball.
Do you think that they're like the Miami Heats back when LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Bosh was on it? When after the first year, like they you have all these superstars and they couldn't figure it out, and then they're gradually trying to figure it out as it go along.
In a sense, but not really.
My comparison this is kind of messed up. My comparison is not the Heat. I'm actually comparing them to the Brooklyn Nets, not this year, but when Paul Pierce was there. The expectation of knowing like, yo, we got all these stars.
Yeah.
Can they play together? And they have the potential chance of.
That's when they brung KG and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
I don't see them winning a championship. They don't. I don't know why.
I
don't know if it's just a division. I just don't see them winning a championship.
Not because they're not a good team, because they're not a great team.
Yeah, they're not scary. When I look at Pittsburgh, I'm like, geez, I'm scared. When I look at Baltimore, there's a potential chance.
I think
maybe it's the quarterback wise.
I think we saw Cleveland's peak. We saw their best. I don't really think they could get better. And I think it's a quarterback thing.
So let me ask you, like you saying that you've seen Cleveland's peak, right? Is it their peak because one of their best players weren't playing?
Yes, but even if when he was playing, he wasn't like
he wasn't relevant. I get it.
He wasn't. Yeah, so I don't think a full season. I think it's a quarterback situation.
So you think they're better without him on the team?
Yes.
Yes, they don't really need him. They
I don't
proved
think
that
they
last
need
year.
him. I really don't, because I think once you put OBJ in there, OBJ is expected a certain amount of passes to him, and you can't have that when you have OBJ, Landry, two tight ends, Hunt that needs the ball in his hands and passes.
Baker is not.
And Chubb.
He's not the best
quarterback.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
He's like focused on acting. His acting is getting better though.
If you put 100%. like a Stafford or Wentz.
I haven't seen a commercial with him this year though. Like so far,
wait till the season starts.
True that. It's basketball season, right? It's basketball season.
But yeah, I mean, even Stafford's situation, but I like his situation in Rams, but
what I'm saying, Stafford and those guys they're more like Stafford or Wentz. They're more pass friendly quarterbacks.
But if you look at Stafford, if you look at Stafford's squad right now, it's more comfortable when you look at it. It's like I have one running back, I have that other half running back.
No, but Ben has it. Ben has a plethora of receivers. You understand? And they all eat, but Ben is a slinger.
Does he? He only really have 3.
That's a lot. Most teams don't have one.
One, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
no, but
or 2.
That's 3 in comparison to
and
what Cleveland
he had a
has.
pass catching back in Connor.
Yeah, but that's
so
3 really in comparison, or 4 in comparison to what Cleveland has. Cleveland has Hunt 1. He has Chubbs 2. You got OBJ 3. You got Landry 4. You have your tight end. You got 2 tight ends that can play.
Yeah, but it's still.
And what's the other wide receiver?
Not Higgins, but is it Higgins?
Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not T. Higgins. But
but he comes in and out.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. It's like it's not like
a
the
different
guys
quarterback there. I think it's a different team, and maybe that could be maybe that's what they need to get over the hump. But right now they're a great team. Upside wise,
great defense,
but there's a lot of great. Besides Bengals, all 3 Pittsburgh and Ravens have a good defense as well. That
may be the team that, and I'm pushing it. That maybe Cleveland may be the team that may go down under Cincinnati Bengals. I see them staying at 3 or going down to 4.
I think
we'll get
the
into the
upside
rankings
of Steelers and Ravens is better than Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. We got Cincinnati Bengals here. Cincinnati went 4-11. Obviously, last year they drafted Joe Burrow. Joe got hurt, I believe, mid-season or something like that. Surgery, ACL, and I believe MCL. My expectation was that, they weren't going to win any games at all.
I knew they were going to win that game.
They got four.
They got four.
Right?
So you thought they were going to win no game whatsoever?
No games. I think they went 4-12, if I'm mistaken, right?
So, all right. So, Cincinnati Bengals, man. Joe Burrow. Dude, everybody's high on Joe Burrow. They're still high on Joe Burrow this season. Everybody think Joe Burrow is, the hottest quarterback that came out last year. Yeah. But looking at Joe Burrow, he won 4 games. I don't even think he won 4 games, to tell you the truth. But
we're talking about squads. He didn't have the best. He had one of the worst squads.
Yeah, no.
Mixon
offense. He said the offensive line and defense
Mixon
was bad.
Really underperformed. Like AJ Green was vacant,
a shell of himself.
So you can't, horrible offensive line. Tyler Boyd was
decent.
His best. Yeah.
I mean, they had Tyler Boyd, they had T. Higgins, right? Right, and both of them put up decent fantasy numbers.
When Burrow was
there, but they're still not winning games.
Did it meet or exceed your expectations?
So if you look at, we're going to get into what they did this year, but I'm looking at Burrow, and I can't understand, why is he so high? Why is he so high in everybody's eyes? Because he really didn't do anything. He didn't win any games. He got injured in week 11.
I think he.
Let's put it that way. Let's think about that for a second. He got injured in week 11, and they only won 4 games. I understand he didn't have an offensive line. I understand
It's a tough division.
Yeah,
no defense.
It's a tough division. But look at Tua, right? Tua came out the same year as
we can't talk about Tua because Tua was just he was a quarterback playing running back. It was a 2 quarterback scheme at that point. So Tua was winning games and what's his name?
There are a few games that Tua won. There are a few games that Tua won.
Yeah, but you can't base it on that because Fitzgerald.
You play 11 games and you only won 4, bro. I'm basing it on that. I'm not basing it on anything else. I'm basing on you played 11 games and you won 4.
Yeah, but he had arguably the worst weapons out of anyone in that division. He had the worst offensive line.
He had better weapons than Tua, though.
He had better weapons than Tua.
So what are you going to argue there?
He did have better weapons than Tua. He did. You got Tyler Boyd.
He played better than Tua.
Yeah. So that's what we talking about. What the hell
are we talking about Tua for? Let's talk about Herbert.
The reason why we're saying
because they came out the same time.
They came out the same time.
It came out the same time.
Okay, but talk about Herbert. Herbert played better than
significantly better. That's why I don't want to put him in there. He's gonna disgrace Burrow.
But he played.
I'm talking about
better than Tua.
I mean, that's your opinion. Because if you don't winning games,
hands down.
What? Because of stats, he ain't winning games.
No. You're looking at wins.
I'm looking at wins.
Yes. Then he played better.
You played 11 games. You played 11 games and you won 4.
Better than Tua.
At the end of the day,
but majority of those games.
But that's what I'm saying. But as far as a player and what he did with that team, Burrow beat Tua.
Very easily. It's not even a comparison.
Yeah, there was no comparison in that. Just like when we talked about Herbert, there was no comparison.
No. So the difference between the two is I'm not talking about they're coming from 2 different dynamic, right? I don't think Burrow is better than Tua in my eyes. I have to see them play this year and then I can make my determination. How am I going to make that determination? Wait, you guys are saying wait, you're saying Burrow is better than Tua?
Yes.
How? Why?
From what I've seen last year at this point in time.
So whoa.
If you're giving me both quarterbacks, I'm taking Burrow.
Is it fair to all right, so with that said, right? Is it fair to grade Tua when Tua is coming off a demonstrable injury, a hip surgery?
Your organization
here you go.
No.
It's not about an organization. I'm talking about these 2 players. No, they didn't. You never heard anything from the Dolphins camp. You heard beat writers talking.
Yeah, beat writers.
You heard nothing from the Dolphins camp.
I heard both of y'all say that. Yo, if I can get Watson,
that's us saying that again. This is us. This is us. I'll take Aaron Rodgers right now over everybody.
Yeah,
it's not. It's what I was saying. What I'm saying doesn't make a difference. You're looking at Tua.
I would take Watson over Tua right now.
Right? Yeah.
Didn't last week he said that he wouldn't take Rodgers? I think I said I would take Rodgers.
No, he said fantasy football though. I thought you were talking about fantasy. You wasn't talking.
No, I'm talking about Tua. versus. Anyways,
he hit me up when that whole email came out. Was like Rodgers going to Miami Dolphins because we got a better grades and players that we can.
And I said I would take him, and y'all started clowning me. Remember?
Nah, I didn't clown you about that. But he said that it would make sense, but depending on what they're giving up.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna give.
If I keep
you're
the
gonna
same
have to
squad
give
and
up.
you get 2 and
they're asking for 3 firsts. I'm not giving up 3 firsts for 2 years.
I wouldn't give it to the 3 firsts for Watson
for 2-3 years. Like that's all.
That's
like,
crazy.
So my perspective when I look at Tua and Burrow is this: I'm not grading either one because either one hasn't showed me crap. Right? Tua got injured this season.
Disagree.
I'm sorry.
I disagree with that.
Listen, Burrow got injured this season. Tua's coming off a demonstrable injury with no offseason. Didn't know his wide receiver. He didn't throw a ball in the offseason.
How many games do you believe Tua won for Dolphins?
It doesn't matter. So you want to bring up winning and losses?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, you're bringing up winning and losses? You played 11.
Fitzgerald is the reason why you guys won games.
How many games do you think Tua won himself?
And secondly,
Three.
Whoa.
3.
So
Tua won 3 games.
Tua won 3 games.
First off, Miami's defense was way better than Bengals' defense. Come on, man.
We're not talking about defense though. We're talking about quarterback play.
But you can't
wait.
All right.
I'm talking about Tua coming off of it. All right, we're gonna see Burrow this year coming off of that injury, right? And if Burrow doesn't play good in the beginning of the season, everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's the injury. Yep. So why wouldn't Tua get
that same respect? I say
that's what I'm saying. But you guys are not giving him that respect.
I'm giving him respect. The reason why Tua got injured and he had to get help together.
Dude, the reason why I bring up everything else is because you're talking about wins and at the end of the day, Burrow never had a good team. Point blank, plain and simple.
What about Burrow didn't have a good team?
Defense,
and his best offensive player was Tyler Boyd. That's it.
So what's wrong with Tyler Boyd?
He had one of the worst offensive lines. That's why
Tyler Boyd wasn't his best player. T. Higgins was. But you have Tyler Boyd, you got T. Higgins, you got Joe Mixon on there. So
Mixon?
Wait, back up.
Mixon played horrible.
But no. Wait. You see what you're doing? You see what you're doing? Because a player, who's better? Gaskins or Mixon? Who are you taking first?
Gaskins played better than Mixon.
I don't care what Gaskins last year. No. I'm not saying.
Both offensive lines
I'm not saying Gaskins didn't play better. I'm saying
Mixon went round 1.
Before the season started.
I'm asking you a question. Who is better?
How he feels about Mixon.
Who is better?
Before the season started,
Gaskins or Mixon?
Gaskins or
Mixon? Not even I'm talking even this year. Gaskins or Mixon?
Gaskin.
You're gonna pick Gaskins over Mixon.
Gaskin over Mixon.
You're trash, man. That's all right. I promise you the consensus. That's craziness, bro. Easy. That is craziness.
Dre if he's picking Mixon again.
Go
ahead and pick Mixon.
I tried to trade Dre for Mixon, and he was like, "I'm not giving up Mixon, bro. Mixon is the anchor of my team. You can ask Dre that."
I would get Mixon.
Bro, Mixon is better than Gaskins, right? Let's talk wide receiver.
Mixon is better than Gaskins.
Tyler Boyd or Parker? Who are you picking?
Tyler Boyd or Parker?
Because you're saying that Burrow had no weapons. So I'm going to show you that Burrow had better weapons.
That's why they won more games, because of Fitzgerald, bro.
But he had 4 wins, though. Burrow had 4. It doesn't matter who. So I'm not talking about Dolphins' record.
Healthy,
I'm not talking about that.
Burrow is healthy.
But that's exactly
what he was healthy for.
But that's what he's trying to say. Burrow was healthy for 10 games.
With better weapons, and he only won 4. Was never healthy, and he only won 3 games.
That's what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So
as far as win goes, he's right. But as far as the player is, because Tua was injured, Burrow is a better player.
And that's why I say I'm not grading.
Was injured, so they put an injured player out there.
Yes. They had to. Remember? We talked about that because at the end of the day, they had to figure out if Tua was
what are you
the player
talking
or
about,
not.
bro?
So Tua was out there injured the whole time. They had their
Dude, it's not just
hip surgery.
Yo,
right?
you had what do you had? An MCL tear? ACL tear. The first game that you ready to play soccer, were you playing the same that you usually play?
No.
Why is that?
Because you're coming off of injury.
Oh, that's my point. That's all I'm saying.
Tua had a Bo Jackson.
So you're confident.
Bo Jackson was season ended. His career ended.
Tua is going to have a better season than
no. I'm confident. I'm listen to what I said. I'm not grading either one of these players until the end of the season because both of them will have a full season.
You're confident that Tua is better. That's your argument. Tua is better than Burrow.
I'm saying no. I'm not saying no. I'm saying that they're not better. I don't know because obviously this dude got injured in the middle of the season. And
Tua started it.
Tua had an injury, a major injury last year with a major hip surgery last year. And he's coming off that injury with no offseason. You got thrown into the game. And yeah, let's see what he does this year. Let's see what Burrow does this year. Burrow has he has Chase. He used to Chase. So let's see what their stats is. And then that's when I would say, yo, Burrow is better or Tua is better.
All right, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's get into the second quarter here with Baltimore Ravens, man. Going back to Baltimore, man. With the draft this year, did they improve? Do you think obviously they're playoff bound anyways. Do you think they improved to get to the championship?
Oh, Baltimore?
Baltimore.
I'll let you go.
Tough. It's tough to say. I can't say yes, and I don't know about this kid Bateman. I have to see how. It depends on Lamar Jackson. It all depends on Lamar Jackson, man. Like if he works on his throwing, then they improve. You understand what I'm saying? He is everything for that team.
So you think right now it's really everything on Lamar Jackson if this team even gets to the championship?
Yeah. So a team in any sport can improve two ways, right? Yeah. Year by year is by improving through player development or improving through the players that you bring in. Yeah. So this in particular team, they have to improve through player development, and that player has to be Lamar Jackson. So Dobbins, I think, is going to look good. I think they're going to, he's going to be more of a bell cow back. I think he's ready for that role. I think he's going to produce numbers that Mark Ingram produced 2 years ago when they were stellar. Yeah. But Lamar Jackson, we know what he could do talent-wise, but what can he do with his throwing game to make Rashad Bateman look like Justin Jefferson last year?
Does Jackson need to be a pocket passer, or do you think he needs to keep the role that he's been playing?
I think he needs to keep the role that he's been playing, but passes. He was
Be a Josh Allen.
Huh? Yes.
Be a Josh Allen. Because if you remember Josh Allen in 2019, Josh Allen was running all over the place too. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And then they got Diggs and Beasley, and they just got super pass happy. You know what I mean? So he needs to take this offseason. I hope he was working on his passes all off season, and then he will just get to know all his wide receiver and develop that way.
I watched probably all the games because
you're a fantasy football.
Yeah, he's but him directly because he's my fantasy quarterback. So as I'm watching his game directly, and a lot of passes, man, are either underthrown, overthrown, the timing. He didn't throw it when he was supposed. You understand? That's what he needs to work on. Okay. And I think if he works on that, then you see a completely different team, and you're talking about a team that could, a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know his brain. I'm not into his brain, but I think just the way how he plays, he thinks run before he passes. Yep. You know why other quarterback would think pass, and then he realize nothing is there, then they run. He thinks run. He will just take the snap back and just he didn't even think, he didn't look where the wide receivers are. He'll just get the ball, tuck it, and run. That's his game. I don't know if that's the play they're calling, but a lot of times
he's already ready to run.
Right. Lamar Jackson, he made his mind up before that ball was snapped to go ahead and run. Oh, I see a hole. Okay, they're playing man there, so I'm gonna go ahead and just run around this, this linebacker or whatever, the safety, whatever he's up against. And I think that's his problem. And I think he needs to change his thought process and think pass. And then if the pass breakdown or no open, then you run. And I think that will be beneficial to him.
If you look at a guy like Kyler Murray and Josh Allen, like Ren just mentioned, those are some of the similar to Lamar. They like to run the ball, but they could throw it. They could really throw it. So if you look at Kyler Murray, he's hard to stop. Because you never know. You never know what he's going to do.
Because he's gonna come back and he's gonna go and show you like he's about to pass. And when you're rushing him, that's when he just uses his legs and go around you. Yeah. Lamar Jackson will just snap, take it. He just catch it and just tuck it and go.
There's a 70% chance that Lamar Jackson's gonna run with the ball instead of with Kyler Williams,
Murray. I don't think he really trusts his arm.
I don't think he trusts his arm or his wide receivers, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's his wide receivers. I think the Baltimore did on draft night. They did well. I think they went out and got a defensive end. I believe the gentleman from Penn State. They got a Bateman from Minnesota, 6'2", 6'3", 230 pounds, 20 pounds guy. I think with Bateman there, it's going to spread that offense a little better. But Lamar needs to start throwing it because even when the season starts, they're going to look at him trying to run the ball.
And his timing and his accuracy and all that has to be on point.
Yeah, exactly. So I do like that. Fantasy-wise, right, you have on the Baltimore Ravens, you got Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad Bateman now, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, and obviously their defense. Where do you predict that, these players should be picked in fantasy? What do you think their fantasy value is going to be this year?
Dobbins, obviously, I would take him first off the board.
For the same, right?
Yeah, because his upside, right? So I think you're going to, like I said before, you're going to see a replica of what Ingram did 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and he's going to put up a lot of numbers, a lot of goal line stuff, a lot of that handoff, and he's a younger, better version than Ingram. So expect easily 11 touchdowns. He's not going to get a ton of running because of Lamar Jackson is like a running back too, but he's going to score a lot of touchdowns.
All right. So right now, based on
JJ's running back 17.
Yeah, running back 17, 30th overall. So we're looking at what? 3rd round, right? Middle 3rd round for him, right? How do you feel about that? Like, you think that that's a good spot? Both of y'all?
Yes. I would take him as high as early 3rd.
I agree with you.
Yeah, early 3rd. He could leak down to 4th, but still a good pick at 3rd.
Yeah, I think he's a good pick at 3rd. And with no Ingram, I know Gus is still there. That could present a problem. And, Lamar.
It's not. Yeah, it's really just, it's not even Gus.
Gus
is
really more Lamar.
It's really Lamar. That's why I say
but
you can
he
slip
would be a
to
good
4th.
guy to pair, like if you have a Cook or a C-Mac or a those top guys.
Right. He will be a good
Robin
Robin for your squad.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I like Dobbins, man. I like Dobbins, and I like where he's going in the 3rd round, close to the end of the 3rd round, or middle of the 3rd round, I would say. That's a good spot for him, in my opinion.
Does that change Hollywood Brown's situation now that Rashad Bateman is in? Are you looking to
But I'm not
Hollywood
looking
Brown
at
early?
either one of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not looking at Hollywood Brown. I'm not looking at Bateman. Anything in that passing game is not appealing to me at all.
Only Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Because I know he's still his
Yeah,
Lamar's
Andrews
favorite target.
for sure. But other than that, Andrews is like projected, with the early, you know what I mean, draft position, 53 overall.
Yeah.
Tight end 4. So we're looking at what, 5th round? Yeah, 4th, 5th round, somewhere around there.
And I think that's a good
spot for him. I agree.
That's
and
where
with
usually
the, and
the
with
tight
the
ends
4th,
are going to be gone anyways, other than Kelsey.
with the 4th tight end, I think he's the 4th tight end in this year's draft. If you're drafting him anything higher than the 4th tight end, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're reaching. Because if you really think about it, you have Kelsey, you have Waller, and
Kittle. So let me ask you a question. Would you draft Andrews over dude from Gators? Was it Gators?
Pittman.
You're talking about Pitts?
Yeah.
Pitts. Jesus. Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
Pitts on Atlanta. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. For me personally, I'm not a tight end guy. Yo,
we're not talking about dynasty. We just talking.
I remember.
I would go with Pitts over Mark Andrews easily.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. Like I would go.
Ryan throwing him the ball, and
you saw what Hooper did in 2019. Hooper finished top 3 in 2019.
So to make it tougher,
and I'll take Pitts.
Let's make it tougher. Pitts or Waller.
Waller for sure.
Yeah, Waller for sure.
That's how you make it tougher.
He's proven.
Because the problem with the Andrews is just it's not Andrews. It's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, on my board, Pitts is my 4th
so
tight end.
Put it there.
I know that's high for Pitts for a rookie, and because rookie tight ends never perform. But just based on the offense that he went in, it's so perfect.
I'll take him over. He's my 3rd tight end.
He's the 3rd tight end.
Yeah, because Kittle has injury. Kittle injury problem.
Yeah,
is a problem.
But the thing is, they don't really have much pass catchers on that team, so Kittle is really it. I understand the risk. I understand the risk.
It's a risk, but it's a better risk than getting Pitts because it's a lot of shared balls because it's a lot of receivers out there.
Yeah, but that defense ain't getting no good, and they got to pass that ball.
True that.
Like,
It's going to be a more pass happy offense, to be honest with you.
It may be a pass out happy offense, but you're still playing against Tampa Bay twice a year. You're still playing against the Saints defense twice a year.
Yeah, but you can't double anybody.
That's the thing.
You can't
Wait, Julio, Calvin Ridley, and
Pitts,
because you can't double anybody.
And
yeah,
you want to be playing. It's a shootout every game with them.
Yeah,
and I think
especially in that
where
division.
Pitts is gonna eat touchdowns.
Yeah.
Touchdowns, yeah.
Oh my God, that boy is gonna get eaten in touchdowns.
Yo, so
what Julio never did for years,
Right,
Yeah.
but Pitts is like a different. But like, check it out. Julio never did. Look at Hooper 2019.
Exactly.
Hooper was like,
And Hurts
so
could
he
not do
looks for the tight ends. He looks. Matt Ryan looks for the tight ends in the end zone, in the red zone. Whenever it comes to whenever they get down there,
they drafted him,
and they struggled. They struggled last year
too.
too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
because they struggled last year in the red zone. So I expect
needed that
them
big
to
guy.
right. They needed that big guy, and I think this year is going to be Kyle Pitts is going to be that rookie, that breakthrough, that resistance.
So we got Cincinnati Bengals, bro.
They
Obviously,
improved.
you know what their draft is: Jamar Chase. Who else did they get? I know the biggest one was Jamar Chase. They got some offensive tackles out there.
They got some tackles. And I think they got a defensive player.
Yeah. Who did you believe they improved to be a better team? Do you think they improved to compete in their division, or do we say like, hey, this is not a this year
To
type of thing?
compete, I'm not sure. I would say it's not this year.
Yeah.
But they did get better. Jamar Chase, that spread offense, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and improvement of the line by what they added. Hopefully, they actually improve there. Then, it's a team that is fantasy friendly.
Yeah. Now you have on the fantasy side, we have Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and obviously their defense. What do you go after? I know you've been talking about Joe Mixon. You don't trust him, Pete.
I'm not touching Mixon with a
Dude,
10 inch.
what do you feel like Joe Mixon should go, but to where
I'll
he's
let Ren
actually
answer
going?
that question. I'm not drafting him, so he can go
Joe
15
Mixon for sure. Joe Mixon will. All right. So based on what I'm seeing, I've done a few best ball drafts already, and I hate to tell you, man, Joe Mixon is still going either the end of the first or early second.
Yeah.
Because
People don't know what they're doing.
no. What I noticed in all these best ball drafts, right? Yo, I was in a best ball draft on last week Thursday, right? And there were 17 running backs in the first 24 players, meaning the first two rounds, 17 of them were running backs.
Yep.
17. So I feel like that's
15 of them are better than Mixon.
and I feel like that's gonna be what to expect this draft season. Is just that you're gonna have a lot of running backs just getting off the board. So Mixon's gonna be in the mix because there's no competition in the backfield for Mixon.
There's no competition.
There's zero competition, and that's why Mixon
Let's
is
have some
appealing
fun.
to me.
Let's have some fun.
And plus, is it based on what he did last year?
Is Mixon better than any of these players? I'm going to run through them real quick. C-Matt, Dalvin Cook, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Kamara, Taylor, Aaron Jones, Chubb, Zeke.
Oh, hold up. Let me rewind. Are we saying better as a player or just better position for fantasy?
For fantasy.
Fantasy, we're talking
For
about
fantasy.
fantasy.
I would say he's in a better position for fantasy for Kamara as of right now. If so and so, whatever
You
the backup
in your
is,
right mind is not going to take. If you have a choice between Kamara and Mixon, I don't see you taking Mixon.
you shouldn't. I would take Kamara, but
Exactly.
if you're thinking about it, you should take Mixon because of Buddy's situation. I'm sorry. Think about that. If Mixon is healthy and he's good in comparison
Mixon
to
is still not better in fantasy than Kamara. I don't see it.
if whatchamacallit is his quarterback, yes. Kamara, what's his gentleman's name from BYU?
Mixon better than who?
Kamara or Mixon?
Kamara.
All right, done. End of
With
conversation.
BYU quarterback?
Nah, I think it's gonna.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think it's gonna be Jameson. I don't
Let's
care
just
what
say it's
anybody
not
say. Like,
Jameson.
I
Let's just say
can't
it's
see them not picking
I can't
Jameson.
either.
And Kamara is better.
All right, let's
so Cam Akers is better. Austin Eckler is better. And this is where it gets tough. I think Antonio Gibson is better.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think Gibson is better.
not better for fantasy. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But I think Mixon.
Especially
I'll
this
tell
year.
you where it gets tough. DeAndre Swift, that's when it gets tough.
Nope. I'm still going after DeAndre Swift first.
Over Mixon?
Yeah. The reason why? Here's the reason why. It's
But
because
he's arguing Kamara?
no, but here's the reason why.
Wrong with you?
All right, here's the reason why.
He's arguing Kamara, but then he says he's going to take Swift.
All right, you ready?
Let's
You
rock
ready?
it out. Let's hear your reasoning
Ready?
behind this decision.
Again, if the Saints are going with the BYU quarterback Hill to be the starter,
Dude,
he's
you're thinking
listen.
too deep into
Listen.
this.
No. It's we don't know who the quarterback is right now. So it's not that I can't think too deep. I have to realize it's either Jameson or it's Hill. That's
Right.
just it.
No, I hear
so
you.
If Hill is the starter, and we've seen in the last couple games, Hill when Hill was the starter, Kamara and Thomas was done. They didn't get any fantasy points throughout that time. Now, if you go after Swift right now is on an offense that quarterback sucks ass, right? Then you got no freaking receivers.
What I'm saying is a tough decision for me. I'm not saying that, it's a tough decision for me. But a guy that I'll take over both of them is Najee Harris. I would take Najee Harris in Pittsburgh
Over Mixon?
Over Mixon and over Swift. That's me.
I would do that too because
he's a lone guy.
He's a lone guy.
Yeah, and
but
it's a good offense.
The Swift situation, I'm like, it has to be Swift because of the offense that Mixon is.
And I'm going to
into.
tell you another guy I'll take over him that the rankings Mixon is higher. Chris Carson. I'm taking Chris Carson over Mixon.
True, that's a real run heavy offense, and they have better wide receivers, better quarterback.
And Chris Carson has produced when healthy. He's been a top 10 easily.
It's hand in hand right there. To me, it's hand in hand. It's right next to each other. But who's the next one?
Nah, I mean,
Melvin Gordon.
Nah.
I'm telling you, man, Myles Gaskins and Mike Davis. That's a tough decision for me. That's a tough decision for me. We're looking at Mike Davis.
We got fantasy right now. We got the Dynasty League, right? Mike Davis or Myles Jackson. Because that's what's up.
Dynasty's different. Because you're looking at more of a little long term.
And you're looking at youth.
NFF.
Mike Davis is available.
I'm taking Mike Davis over Mixon.
No.
No, he's talking about Gaskins or
Gaskins.
Why are we on Gaskins and we're not talking about that team, those teams.
Yeah, it just
we're not talking about Atlanta. We're not talking about Miami. So why are we on these teams?
All right, so we said Mixon, how we felt about Mixon.
Right.
Joe Burrow right now, that seems like a future quarterback to see how he's going to do. So, I mean, expectations to pick up Joe Burrow is 13th, 14th round, right?
Joe Burrow shouldn't be drafted in anything single digit.
Let's get to the hitters now. Right? Let's get to the hitters right now. Jamar Chase, number 3?
3, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Third pick in the first round draft. Without 1 year, 2 years in LSU, didn't play last year, still came out to be the third pick in the draft. Where are you going after him, if you are?
To me, there's a plethora of, I'm definitely targeting Jamar Chase, 100%. I'm looking, man, we're trying to give away gems right now. I'm looking at him a little late because I think there's a lot of, there's a plethora of wide receivers out there, that I still think get a credibility over him, and I would draft him over him. But he's a guy that I think you could get in the 6th or 7th round.
I don't think he's gonna last that long.
Yeah, he may not even go that route.
No. I agree with your round. I'm just saying I don't think the match
somebody's gonna reach into.
Yeah, because of like the shiny new toy. Like that's we have that shiny new toy mentality. Like as fantasy players and
you know what I mean? Each other.
Oh my God, it's gonna be great.
Rookie wide receivers though don't produce like rookie running backs.
Well, they're looking at Jefferson, right?
Yeah. But he's like been an anomaly in the last
but they're not looking at that. They're looking at Jefferson was on the same team that he was on, and Jefferson was the number 2, and Chase was number 1, and they're going back to the quarterback that made them. So that's what people are looking at. They're looking at that dynamic. They're not really looking at the fact that he's a rookie wide receiver that never, like majority of the years, never do well. They're looking at the fact that, you have a familiar wide receiver quarterback duo. You have Jefferson that took the league by storm last year, and he was the number 2 on that same team with this duo. So people are gonna say, hey, this dude deserved to be a 2nd or 3rd round pick, and that's where, unfortunately, Chase is gonna go.
That's going a little too far, but 2nd or 3rd, but
second or third.
I think they're gonna. I mean, pushing it, man. Like I said, you were saying 6 or 5. I think someone's gonna push it and try to take him at 5. Right?
Listen, so he's going right now 54. Sorry.
So that's about 5th?
Just the beginning of the 5th.
Yeah,
so getting in the 4th is not stretch.
It's not a stretch. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be people that's gonna go 4.
Here's the players that he's ahead of, though. To me, that I love Jamar. I like Jamar Chase, but he's ahead of Cooper Kupp. I'm taking Cooper Kupp over him.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He's ahead of Claypool. I'm taking Claypool over him. Yeah, I'm taking Claypool over him. Those are the only couple players that I see for sure that I'll take.
Their Steelers should be in there, right?
I mean, they got OBJ behind them at 62.
OBJ, I think this year he's gonna be a steal. Whoever gets him, wherever they get him, as long as they get him in a 5th or a 6th, I think
there's
he's gonna be a
plethora
steal.
of guys, man, because you still got the Tyler Lockett's of the world.
Listen,
the CD
I know you guys don't.
DJ Moore.
I know you guys don't give this guy a lot of respect. You know what I mean? But personally, man, Tyler Boyd in a slot,
I like him.
I mean, I think he's good. And
yeah, but I don't think he's going to be the go-to receiver on that team. I think it's going to be Jamar Chase.
I think it's going to be Jamar Chase. Yeah. But I'll tell you right now, with somebody coming off a major injury to their foot, they're not going to stay in the pocket long enough to see Jamar Chase go down the field. No. They're going to sling that ball to the wide receiver that's coming right across, the immediate wide receiver, which is Tyler Boyd. Yeah, until he gets comfortable. And then you won't see Jamar Chase do anything significant in the first 4 or 5 weeks.
4 or 5, yeah.
You see what I mean? I feel like that's Tyler Boyd time. I don't know why T. Higgins is ranked so high. Like, T. Higgins' day is done. Like, his day is done, sadly. I think
he's the third option.
He's the third option on that team. You know what I mean? If anybody position is secure, is Tyler Boyd and then Jamar Chase. And that's it. Like, T. Higgins, you're like...
And it's not like T didn't do his job.
He did his job. It's just like...
It was just like...
I know he was at home, and when he watched the draft, he was...
It's like my boy. It's my boy.
This team. Trade me tomorrow.
Yo, what you got? He was the only one probably like, yo, go Sewell.
I know. He was probably like... holding the finger cross and all that.
You talked about Tyler Boyd, and we talked about how T. Higgins is, for some odd reason, is going before Tyler Boyd. Where should Tyler go? Where should we be drafting Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Boyd should be in the 4th, no later. 4th, 5th, top.
You agree with that?
I don't think Tyler Boyd should go in later. If I see Tyler Boyd in the 4th, 5th, I'll take him again.
It's an easy steal.
It's fine with me. Like I wasn't too disappointed with Tyler Boyd. He give me double digits almost every week.
Who's your pick first? Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, or Jamar Chase? If they're all available right there, who do you pick first?
Based on how I plan on drafting, it will be Jamar Chase.
All right. Who's your second?
Because I'm also looking at him as a keeper.
Who's your?
I think his second year is going to be massive.
Who's your second if Chase
Tyler Boyd?
All right. So it's
definitely.
And then
T. Higgins is going to be
Tyler, then T.
Yeah, T. Higgins is going to get pushed significantly down the board.
Let's get the third quarter here. Are we going to go Cleveland Browns?
Cleveland Browns, man. The Brown Browns.
Now, we know, like we said, when Cleveland Browns went 11-5. Draft, they did well in their draft, right? They worked on their defense. I think their defense is going to be legit this year. The questionable stuff is just about the offense, how everything is going to click together. What do you think they improved to kind of jump over Baltimore, compete against Pittsburgh Steelers, even though Cleveland was the one that knocked Pittsburgh Steelers out for 2 weeks and affected the Dolphins, but we're not going to get into the Dolphins. But what do you expect on that?
Go ahead.
So I think it's a similar situation with Lamar Jackson. Same thing with Baker Mayfield. If Baker comes out and he's throwing the ball and their run game is legit, their defense is legit. So what do they need to work on? Getting OBJ, who is top 5, really good, like top 5 receivers in football, make him look like a top 5 receiver. You know what I'm saying? So who could do that? Baker Mayfield. So if Baker comes out and he's throwing and he's playing really good and he's and OBJ is playing really good, then we're talking about a Super Bowl contender team.
You think they're gonna jump over Baltimore and Pittsburgh Steelers to be a contender?
If what I said is the case, but I don't think that would be the case.
I think
what you see of Baker is Baker.
Baker has gradually improved, like from 2019 to 2020. He played a lot better in 2020. I don't know if because he didn't have the pressure of the that dominant wide receiver that you know what I mean.
OBJ.
Having OBJ that's demanding the ball, right? And he feel the need to have to. Oh, this guy is great, so let me force the ball to him. So he was able to play his game, so he looked a lot better this year. Now with OBJ coming back, OBJ's got back healthy and all that stuff. I think personally, I think OBJ is getting overlooked in draft. I know he didn't do much last year, but I think this is humbling for him. And what I mean by that is, the team didn't have you. The team still had success without you. So you are just a player, buddy. You feel me? So you're gonna come, you're gonna go ahead and play your role. And let's do this. And I think it's going to be a better OBJ. And I think, OBJ will still get that double. You know what I mean? He's definitely still going to get that double. And that's his struggle. And I think that's where the struggle is between Mayfield and OBJ. Because, OBJ will improvise. Like, he has the double, and he will just not run the route that was on paper. And he will go ahead and switch it up because he knows he's double, and he's trying to beat this double team. But Baker Mayfield doesn't know how to get him the ball. And I think that's what they need to work on. And once they work on that, I think that will be great.
Do you think they improved during the draft? We're adding with adding their offense on the offense side, but do you think they improved during the draft? Worked on their safety, got a safety now. Their free agent pickup was with what's his name from
Clowney.
Yeah. So now you got Clowney, another badass edge rusher on the side.
I'll tell you, the defense is sick.
Yeah.
The defense is gonna be sick. I will give that up. Like, you know what I mean? The defense is gonna be sick. So defense we don't have to worry about. It's just the dynamic of the offense. If the offense improve, then they can be better. They can be the number one team in that division. You know what I mean? And it's not that far off. They just need to gel a little. Like, they just need to. You see how they start gelling closer to the end of last year, where you didn't want to see them, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't want to see the Browns. You see what I'm saying? Browns, you used to circle and you count. Oh, that's a win.
That's a win.
Like, this year, you didn't want to see the Browns. You don't want to see the Browns' defense, bro. And I think once they get that gelling down, that's where I think they will improve significantly, and I think they will be the number one team in that division.
Yeah. We got just fantasy wise. Where do we look at where OBJ is at? What do we look at where Landry's at?
As I said,
Chubbs is going to be first round pick, right? That's
Chubb is going to be a first round pick. So that's a given.
OBJ is a late fourth, early fifth.
And that's what I was looking at their squad. The only person that I can say is that first round pick is Chubbs. Everyone else I'm looking at on their squad fantasy wise, other than Baker, is in the era of fourth to fifth round. Like, you look at Hunt.
Landry's further than OBJ.
You look at Landry. You look at OBJ.
Kareem Hunt is a good flex play, though. Always.
He is. But my concern is that this is Kareem Hunt's last year with the Browns. They've already been talking for the last 2 years that he's on a trade market. So he may be traded before,
And that's
the
even
trade
better
deadline.
for Chubb.
Chubbs, yeah. He may get traded out.
So let me ask you a question, guys. Since we were talking about Tyler Boyd, same division and all that stuff, Tyler Boyd or
OBJ.
No, Tyler Boyd or Jarvis Landry, they play the same position.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, I think
Tyler Boyd or OBJ.
Tyler Boyd or OBJ.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, because I think OBJ is going to have a great season, and I also think that Chase is going to go. So I'm going to give OBJ.
Yeah,
I give OBJ. I think OBJ is.
I think Chase is going to come up and just kill Boyd because Chase is comfortable with Burrow.
Yeah.
I think OBJ is getting the raw deal based on what happened last year before his injury, and then he got injured. So I think, and I think his personality too is kind of a part of this emotional push down the board. So for OBJ to be like, on the early rankings on PFF, Pro Football Focus.
Yeah.
OBJ is going as the 67th player off the board. You know what I mean? Wide receiver 30.
Yep.
I'm sorry, man. That right there is significant value when you're doing a draft.
Oh, it's going to be a great value.
It's significant. If you see OBJ in the what is this? This is gonna be like the late fifth, sixth round. So, dude, that's ridiculous.
You take him.
Like, my God, I'll take him. I'll take him, dude. I'll take OBJ over T. Higgins. I'll take OBJ over Cooper Kupp. I'll take OBJ. I'll take OBJ over Cooper Kupp. I don't care what you're gonna say. I'll take. Dude,
that one's tough.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm making it not tough for me. I'm taking OBJ. I'm taking OBJ over Cooper Kupp. I understand Cooper Kupp has an upgraded quarterback. I understand all that. You know what I mean? But
and he's produced.
He's the
well.
slot and he's produced well. He's
here
stealing.
is what you guys.
You ever think about like when you go draft and you see you have the opportunity to get two receivers.
Let me drop a gem.
Let me drop a gem. You look at Cooper Kupp and Thielen. You're like, I gotta have both of these guys on my squad.
Exactly.
Yeah?
So let me
look at those two names.
Let me drop a gem for you guys. Right? Name me a slot wide receiver on the Lions.
Nobody. It's Swift. It's Swift.
Because that is not Stafford's game. Like, Stafford don't pass underneath, bro. Like, the dude don't check down. The dude look down the field.
I know.
Megatron, Galladay, like, you name them. Those are the what kind of wide receiver that produce when. And it's not even the coach. It's not even the coaching staff, because he went through 3 different coaches while he was on the Lions, and it's the same game. The dude only passed the long ball. I understand what they're doing. I understand it's a different coach, a different team, but the dude he looks down the field before he looks short.
Listen, okay, let's go with that.
I'm just looking at that.
I got you. When OBJ gets on that damn field, when he has to play the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's being bullied by the number 1 corner all day long, and the number 1 safety in Fitzpatrick, Mika, right? Then he has to go to Baltimore.
I understand they're facing tough defense. They're facing tough defenses.
With a safety.
They're facing tough defenses.
I'm looking at Kupp, and yes, Robert Woods is a good player. He's not OBJ. When they play their top corners is going to go on Woods. Woods is going to do his thing, but it's still going to be the top corner on Woods. The top corner is not going to be on Kupp.
I get that, but the quarterback is the one passing the ball.
You don't have a problem trying to pass it
I'm just saying, it's just not in the dude's MO
Woods
to pass it short.
And I got you. And Woods is not Galladay, and Woods is not Megatron. So you just can't throw the ball up there.
I don't know, man.
Situation.
I'm taking OBJ over Cooper Kupp all day.
I would take Cooper Kupp.
I'm taking Kupp.
Yeah,
all right. I'm glad OBJ is gonna fall to me.
For the last 3 years, I see Kupp and Thielen, and I'm hoping no one chooses neither one of them, so I can just put them on the squad.
All right.
It's like a big.
I like
player.
OBJ over Cooper Kupp, man. That's me. So
all
there
right,
you go. If you see both of those guys on the board, you know who I'm picking. It's like, all right. If you picking behind me in the NFF, and you was like, all right, Brendan's gonna take OBJ, so I'm gonna get Cooper Kupp. No worries.
All right, let's go to the Steelers. Did they improve?
The Steelers. Yes, they have improved.
Go ahead.
All right, so here's the thing. Remember what I said earlier, right? When we were covering what they did last year.
Yep.
And Ben, right? They didn't have a running game. They drafted Naheem Harris.
Yeah.
Naheem Harris, all right?
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, I'm saying Najee. They drafted Najee Harris, right? Harris is going to get this ball, and he's going to help Ben out. But with him helping Ben out, I think the amount of passes is going to decrease. So they have 3 ridiculous wide receivers, and I think one is going to suffer, maybe even 2. So that's the thing. That's how I'm looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Harris is going to be getting a lot of carries because they're trying to preserve Ben to the end of the season. They don't want the same thing that happened to Ben. They don't want the same thing that happened to Ben last year happen again this year. So I'm assuming that that's going to happen, bro. I think that the passes is going to go down, and a lot of the wide receiver that we're targeting on the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to do as well as we expect them to do.
It's hard to. So with that said, which receivers are you picking? You think Claypool is going to be the breakout one?
Claypool has the potential of being a breakout one, but what I saw last year was
the connection with Deontay.
Oh my God! Like it's not.
You peppering him.
You call it a connection. I don't call it a connection. I just feel like he was putting the ball there. Like he was peppering him. Deontay was just not holding on to the ball. I don't know if he needed a new glove. I don't know. I don't know if he needed to just do like what the little Giants did. Just go ahead and just put that glue on. You better not top his chest, because if it tapped on his chest, it sticks, and he's gonna be like homeboy on the little Giants trying to get his hands apart just to try to catch that ball. But he's gonna need to do something. Deontay's gonna need to do something about catching the ball, man. Like, yo, get your. I don't know.
They did the same thing in the replacements when they rubbed
yeah. You know where they got that from too, right? There was a wide receiver in Dallas in the 80s that used to put glue on his hands, on his gloves, sticky glue on his gloves. So whenever he'll go play, they throw the ball to him, it sticks to him, because that was the only way that he can catch. Until they eventually, like I think it was like after like 4 or 5 years, they called it illegal that you can't do that, but. That's what he used to do, like put glue on his hands. So.
I just say, like, yo, I don't remember who I was playing, but they had Deontay on their team. And, bro, every time Deontay dropped that ball, I was like, thank you. I'm telling you, bro.
They were trying to throw that ball to him, man.
Oh, man, they were trying to pepper Deontay with the ball, man. Like, it's crazy.
He creates good separation.
Yeah, he does. So,
I mean, as far as their improvements, I mean, obviously you're looking at Deontay, like you said, with Najee Harris is one of the biggest improvements.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have any running backs, right?
Right.
So, do you see the system going back to how Bell used to play, or do you see that because
their O-line is needed?
Yeah.
Their O-line is a problem. That's the thing about Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris is coming in when Najee Harris is coming in when the Pittsburgh O-line is not what Pittsburgh O-line used to be, right? So that could present a problem. I'm not saying it's going to be a problem, but that could present a problem. But now they have a running game. They can do that play action and all that good stuff that Ben likes to do. So that could deter, help that offensive, need on the offensive line. So I think it will help them. I think they will be I don't think they improve. I think they're pretty much the same. I think just based on what they lost and what they gained, I think they're pretty much the same. But the difference will be, I think they will switch it to the end of the season where Big Ben, they will preserve Big Ben until the end of the season, where he can be really good.
All right. We talked about Juju. We know where Ben is. Ben is always down the line as far as fantasy football. He's like 14th, 15th, and literally you're the only player in any of the leagues that you're in that is already picking Ben and waiting for a quarterback at that time.
I'll pick Ben.
Probably do that same
again. Yeah.
Same crap again, man.
So not make the playoffs.
And Najee Harris, Juju Smith. I got screwed
I already
with
told
Juju.
you you're not finished ahead of me in any league this year.
Claypool, Deontay Johnson, man. Where do you think they stand as far as fantasy relevance?
All right.
I think
so. Look at their ADP.
Yeah.
So let's start with Deontay, right? Where do you think Deontay should be? Like, let's start there.
I say 5th, 6th.
I see Deontay. Me personally, I'm probably picking up Deontay around the 10s, 9-10s.
You won't get him there.
I'm not comfortable with him right now with that with the non-catches.
You could forget about.
And I think
you're not getting Deontay there. Deontay is going in the 5th, early 5th.
I just said 5th.
He's ranked that's based on PFF ADP right now.
I'd rather go after Claypool before
he gets volume, and he's going as number 50 player off the board. He's going as the 23rd wide receiver off the board.
I think Claypool is going to start getting those balls because I think Ben trusts him.
Well, here's the thing. I think that all three guys should go around the same. So I think Claypool is in the 50s somewhere as well.
Yeah.
And
then Juju should be in the 60s somewhere.
I'd rather get Deontay over Juju, but that's because I have issues with Juju since last year. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing, man, and just based on ADP, based on where PFF ADP right now. Mm-hmm. Claypool is going 61st, right? And Deontay is going 50. So they're not far apart, which is cool. All good.
It's a toss-up with both of them.
So let me ask you a question, man. Cortland Sutton or Deontay Johnson?
Cortland Sutton.
I'd take Cortland Sutton over Deontay. Dude.
Who's throwing the ball though? Who's out there?
Bridgewater throwing the ball now.
Yeah, it's gonna be Bridgewater and Denver.
Take Deontay.
I'm not taking Deontay. I understand
Cortland
the volume.
Sutton is a better receiver, but for fantasy, I'm taking Deontay as it stands right now.
DJ Chark or Deontay?
Deontay.
And I know
Cooper Kupp or Deontay?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. What?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, boy?
He's ahead. Deontay is way ahead of Cooper Kupp.
He can.
I'm just talking about what I'm seeing. I'm just giving you.
I don't know what it is, bro.
Cooper Kupp
dude,
is
it's
a
just,
guy that I like.
Yeah, bro. Receivers could be available. Like, it's a head scratcher. Like, you can see Keenan Allen right there. You can see Keenan Allen right there, and you see Cooper and Thielen. You're like, man.
Let me tell you so I feel like you see this in basketball. I watch a lot of Heat games. And I see the Heat do this. Like a player that always terrorizes them. Whenever he's available in a free agency or offseason, they always try to get him or a trade or whatever. Yeah. Cooper Kupp is a guy that's a terror. Like, he's not very consistent throughout the year, but he's going to have about 2 or 3 games that he's probably going to single-handedly win you that football, that week. And I remember stuff like that. And if I could get him on my team to win me, you know?
But
half of me is kind of upset that I got Justin Jefferson because I want Thielen too.
Wait.
Thielen is another dude.
So let me ask you a question.
He's a little bit more consistent.
I would take Thielen over all these guys that you mentioned. But look at Cooper Kupp on a whole. Look at the whole team on a whole. They have a new quarterback. Yes, same coaching staff.
He's still going to get his, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying the dude is not going to get his.
Brady has a new quarterback. Brady is a new quarterback with Tampa. Everybody got theirs.
Yeah, but Brady is a pass. Like, if you look at Brady MO, Brady passed everywhere on the field. If you look at, that's what you have to look at the quarterback and how the quarterback plays.
There's not a lot of receivers out. It's only 2
I mean, there's some out there, but just
at
it's
the Rams.
not
No, on the Rams. On the Rams, he's saying there's only 2. It's always only 2.
Yeah. So
it was 3 before.
Oh yeah, because they had Cooks.
They had Cooks, but now
but now it's 2.
Now, they did get a receiver.
Yeah, they did.
So there's no 2
number
number 1 receiver out there. Like
Louisville.
Woods will play better one game. Cooper Kupp will play better the next game. I like Kupp, man.
I'm not knocking Kupp. I just like some players over
and
Kupp.
He always slips in our draft.
Yeah. I'm not knocking Kupp. I like Kupp too, but I'm just saying there's certain players I'm higher on versus Kupp. I'm higher on OBJ over Kupp. Like, you guys are higher on Kupp over OBJ. That's fine. I get it.
Kupp gives me. I feel like Kupp is that consistency.
I'm looking at the quarterback and the quarterback MO, bro. The quarterback MO is like he doesn't pass anything within 10 yards, and Kupp only played within 10 yards. The dude never.
You're going after a team or receiver that has a plethora of receivers and tight ends,
and he's not even. And the team is
not
a
even the main core.
Team. Exactly.
Against a guy that
he only has one other guy to compete with.
He only has one other guy. He has Woods and Stafford. Yeah, you may say Stafford throws the ball deep, but
it was only. Whoa. Like, so wait.
Woods is not that guy that's gonna give you 100.
He's not
that guy.
Yeah. I get that. But what I'm saying is I'm looking at the quarterback MO, how the quarterback
plays.
Who
is he going to throw deep
He's not going to throw to Woods. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because Woods is not that guy.
Yeah.
Woods is not that guy, bro.
I think
he's just not.
You know how they
in that offense.
The bank account is not set up that way.
Yeah,
the offense is not set up that way.
In that offense,
it ain't even the offense. Woods is not set up that way.
Woods is. I would draft Woods over Kupp.
Shout out to Kevin Hart.
Would you draft Kupp over Woods?
Kupp over Woods. No, I'm drafting Woods. I had Woods last year. I'm drafting Woods.
Woods is higher. Woods is way higher than Kupp for me.
He is, but I do like Kupp.
I know. Listen, I hope you guys are not taking what I'm saying that I don't like Kupp.
No.
I like Kupp too.
Position. OBJ is in a better position.
Right. I like Kupp too. It's just I'm looking at that. Like, all right. So, all right. Jamar Chase, right? Not Jamar Chase. I'm sorry. Claypool or OBJ?
OBJ.
It's not even a question for me, bro. Bro, it's not even a question for me. It's OBJ, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
It is a question.
It's a good question, right?
How?
It's a good question.
How?
Because the same scenario.
We just talked about it.
It's the same scenario.
Listen, let me tell you something.
There's 3 wide receivers on that team, and a new and now wait.
Six on Cleveland.
No, it's 3 wide receivers on a team, right?
3 on where?
3 on the
Pittsburgh.
Steelers. On the Steelers.
How many's in Cleveland?
Yes, there's 3 in Cleveland.
No.
Really 2. Really 2. Really 2.
No.
Who you gonna put the third one in?
They got Hopper. They got Jarvis. They got OBJ. They got Chubbs, and they got Hunt.
If you look at so Higgins, if you want to put that in, because Higgins, they're like, not Higgins. Sorry, not Higgins. But if you look at the Steelers, Harris, like he even came on the Steelers Gazette or something like that, where he was saying that he reviewed a playbook and they have multiple plays of him lining up at the X.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get passes.
But we knew as the running back is going to get passes. That's not in comparison to Steelers running back is going to get passes.
So you don't think
Hunt and Chubbs is going
Steelers
to get passed. That's
all
2
right.
extra players.
That's Ben passing last year. Ben passed in the first 9 games. Ben passed more than he has in more than he has in prior season. That's a result of not having a running back. Now he has one. A lot of those passes are going to reduce.
Cleveland has 2.
Let me tell you something.
No. But I understand.
The OBJ situation is gonna have you sitting on the couch on Sundays or at Hooters or wherever you
If
like.
it comes to those 2, it's
mad. The OBJ situation.
That Claypool situation is gonna get you guys.
OBJ and the Claypool situation is like your situation when you decided to go after Galladay instead of who?
Yeah.
Instead of Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
So whoa.
Just saying.
Back up. Because
Just saying.
both of y'all had, which one of y'all had Robinson over Galladay? Ranked last year.
Not me. None of us had.
Right, so what are you talking about, bro?
All I'm saying is it's going to have the same situation.
The dude got injured.
It's going to have you sitting down there in the same situation as that couch.
I ain't drafting that dude.
Are you drafting Galladay again?
Oh, hell no. Galladay is not seeing any of my teams.
Let me tell you something.
I hold grudges, my dude.
OBJ.
I hold grudges.
OBJ is arguably the best top 3.
He is.
When it comes to football as a wide receiver. But when it comes to fantasy, he's going to have you quite a few weeks at the house mad because you needed some more points.
He can't even go back to the Giants. Right. He just got to go find another squad. So how do we ranking them? Because we got to get into the 4th quarter. How do we rank the division? And I'm assuming it's going to be still the same as we ranked it last year.
I got the Steelers. I got Ravens, Cleveland, and Browns.
You mean Bengals?
Bengals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You have the same thing? Nah, I have it. I have it different.
What you got?
I have actually Cleveland winning that division.
Wow.
The Browns.
OBJ is gonna go crazy.
No, it has nothing to do with OBJ. I think the Browns is gonna win that division, and then I have the Steelers. Matter of fact, no, I lie. I have Browns, then Baltimore, then Steelers.
Browns,
Baltimore, and then Steelers.
All right, bro.
And then the Bengals are last, as usual.
On the 4th quarter, huh?
All right, on to the 4th quarter, my dude.
Yeah, man.
Your favorite segment, man. You want to knock this segment out, bro?
Yeah, so so we decide on doing this 4th quarter. It's pretty fun. We're gonna pick 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 quarterback, and 1 tight end. From this division. Unfortunately, you can't pick 2 players from the same team. That's the great thing. So,
all right, we're gonna rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
So I'm just gonna go down the line. Let's start with quarterbacks. What quarterback are you guys going?
Who picks first?
Who picks second?
We gotta rock, paper, scissors, shoot it, or we gotta do something.
No, this week we start with.
All right, cool. You start 3.
No, we gotta start with alphabetical order. Whose first name starts first?
I got C.
That's you.
That's me.
So P. So
1, 2, 3, B.
So let's do that. So C, you're up.
So I'm gonna go with a tight end first. Let me see.
No, I say quarterback, bro.
No, I think
we gotta pick however I want to pick.
What does it matter? If you're gonna pick a quarterback, you're gonna pick a quarterback.
It does matter.
It does.
How does it matter?
It matters what the people think.
It matters, my dude.
Yo, why not go position so it's
I'm
good?
picking Mark Andrews as my.
He can pick Mark Andrews too. It's not like we can't.
No, he can't. Remember, we're picking one player from a team.
No. He can pick Mark Andrews. He's building his 4 fantasy team. He just can't pick the same player from the team. It's not a draft. I presented that to y'all, and you said no. This, you pick 4 players, a quarterback.
I don't like that we could pick the same players. Then.
No, then you want to do a draft?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing a draft.
If we're doing a draft, then it's different. Because that's the thing. If we're picking 4 players, because we're not going to have enough. So we pick 4 players, and we just build the best 4 players on each team. You know, you just can't go to a team twice. So if you pick Andrews, you can't pick Lamar Jackson. Cool. That's all it is.
I'm good with that. I thought that's what we were doing.
Right, but he can still pick. You can still pick Mark Andrews.
You can't pick Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he can still pick Mark Andrews and build his team.
Okay.
Right, okay. So that's what I'm saying. So let's start quarterback. Who's your quarterback?
Are we doing defense too or no?
No defense.
All right.
So who's your quarterback?
So then the 1, 2, 3 things don't even matter.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
All right. So as far as quarterback goes, who are these teams? Burrow.
Who's your quarterback? Because you can't come back.
I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Then you can't pick Andrews now. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
good. Well, Lamar Jackson is yours.
That is a smart pick.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson.
That's where it gets funky, my dudes. Real funky.
I'll go.
You can't pick a quarterback, man?
Can I have to pick a quarterback?
Yeah, you have to pick a quarterback.
We're doing it that order. Everything.
I'm gonna go with
We're gonna post these 3 teams.
Yeah, write down who you
We're
got.
gonna post. I'm gonna post these 3 teams.
I want to say I want to go. I'll go. Oh man!
All right, I'm gonna tell you who I'm going with.
Go.
Here, the quarterback.
I'm about the other players I want.
The quarterback that you talked about, that you were like, you're going back to that quarterback this year. I had him on 2 of my fantasy teams. The old dude. I'm gonna go Big Ben as my quarterback.
No, for real.
I'm gonna go Burrow.
Gonna go Burrow.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's go tight end.
I can't go Mark Andrews, right? Because I already went through there.
No.
Right? Ain't nobody out there in this world anyways. So.
I mean, there are tight ends out there.
All right. So,
every team has a tight end.
Crazy thing is, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to go with Pat Fairmouth as a tight end.
Wow.
Gonna go with Pat.
Wow. Go ahead, man. Tight end.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews for me too.
I can't pick Mark Andrews. So
yeah, I know. But I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
I'm going Mark Andrews.
I can't pick Mark. So.
All right. So wide receivers.
Hold on. Let me put your joints on there. So Mark Andrews, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go wide receivers. And alcohol.
And we're gonna ask people on IG, on Twitter, to go ahead and put their best for based on this division.
Like this,
I guess make you have to think. So let's go, man.
The
Wide
problem
receiver.
with this one was like I have to go with.
Yeah, wide receiver. Let's go.
I'm going with Claypool. I know you're going OBJ. I'm going with Claypool.
What about you, man? Wide receivers.
Deontay Johnson.
I'm gonna go Chase. Running backs.
So week 5.
Doesn't matter.
I know my running back already.
Running back.
Oh, you said Deontay Johnson?
Yeah.
You're running back.
Who's my score? Who's the Saints again? It's Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I think
Nick Chubb.
Chubb is consensus on this. Chubb is consensus. It's just a matter of like how different our team looks based on fantasy.
Yeah, the team looks fairly different.
So
I mean, it's just as far as quarterback wise. Let's kind of review it before we end the show, though. But
yeah.
We're looking at.
So talk about your team first, and then we go. Let's
I was just gonna go and compare as far as Lamar, Big Ben, and
Joe. No. I mean, we're gonna go compare, but let's list the teams first, and then we just go.
I got Lamar, Chubbs, Claypool, and Pat Fairmouth. You got Big Ben, Nick Chubbs, Jamar Chase, Mark Andrews. Pete, you got Joe Burrow, Nick Chubb, Deontay Johnson, Mark Andrew. Obviously, on the tight end side, you guys are beating the hell out of me with Mark Andrews against Pat because there's no other tight ends out there in the world in that division. Chase is cool. I like Chase, but I think Chase is going to be like 5th. I think Claypool's going to start from right in there and there. I think it's going to be a competition between Claypool and Deontay. I didn't choose Deontay. I know he's going to get a plethora of passes. It says catching the ball joint is my thing. And you know how Big Ben is. Big Ben is kind of like, yo, if you don't catch that ball, I'm going to the next guy.
He was still doing it, though. That's the thing. He was still doing it.
I think that's a difference this year because now you got Big Ben knowing his receivers and who he's playing with. So, and then I got Lamar Jackson. I think
you won the quarterback.
I won.
Yeah, I give it a quarterback for sure.
And then we all got Nick Chubb. So
we all got Nick Chubb, so it's even at the quarterback. Tight end, we beat you. It's just the wide receivers, and so I went with the rookie, familiar with Burrow. If Burrow do well, I feel like Chubb is gonna do. Chase is gonna do well. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, I think that's fun though.
That was fun.
It's actually hard.
Yeah,
because you have to strategize.
I'm over here thinking about the players that I can pick when I was picking a quarterback.
There are gonna be divisions that we just like, holy crap, it's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot at tight end, especially, or a crapshoot at running back. Like the running back that you want, the wide receiver that you want, they're all on the same team, and it's gonna be tough, very tough to like pick when it comes to that, man. But
crazy.
It's a fun task, man, and we're gonna go ahead and present this to the world. And
no one picked up Baker.
No, Baker is not.
No one picked up a Brown offensive or a receiver. A receiver.
Nah. We all needed Chubb.
You know what's worst part about it? I still picked up Pat and knowing Hooper was there.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't
because I needed Nick Chubb.
I know you needed Chubb. I really thought you were gonna go Hooper. Yeah. I thought you were gonna go Hooper, right, and go Harris. I don't understand why you didn't do that.
I thought about getting Harris
too. I like getting Harris, but remember I took Claypool, so I couldn't go back there and get Harris.
Yeah. No, but if you had picked up Hooper, you would have thought about like switching it that way. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what I really wanted Harris. I thought about getting Harris.
I wanted Harris too, but
I wanted Harris, and then
like the receivers,
the quarterbacks I didn't like, and I wanted Mark Andrews.
When you wanted Ben.
There's no receiver at Ravens.
So. Ravens. Yeah. I didn't want nothing from Ravens. So I really wanted Harris, and I know I wanted Harris, but I wanted Andrews a little bit more. And I wanted Chubb a little bit more. That is where, those are the two deciding factor for me. I know that I needed those two players. So the other two teams are just like, all right, who's going to give me a quarterback and who's going to give me, you know what I mean? A tight end. And the tight end on the, who's going to give me a wide receiver and who's going to give me a quarterback. And I knew you guys were going to go Steelers wide receivers. I was like, all right, let's change it up a little bit. Yeah,
the only reason I don't like the Jamar Chase one for you is because
he's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
And then like Burrow.
Week 5 is going to be there.
I mean, Burrow is not going to. Burrow will not step up in that pocket until like about week 5. Right. That's the piece that a lot of people are overlooking.
And he better hope that offensive line is
the doctor came out and say Joe Burrow is good for the beginning of the season. Yeah. I know. Listen, when you get like an injury like that, bro, you ain't trying to go close to no players. Yeah. You were like, oh, don't touch me. Yeah. Don't touch me. I don't see because of that, he's going to throw a lot of interception up front and all that stuff because he's not going to be able to step into those balls because he's scared of his foot. Yeah. And he's scared of what happened the last. You're going to replay that. Yeah, you're going to he's going to constantly replay that in his mind. They rolled up on my foot the last time when I step up. I'm not stepping up. Or if he used to take like 3-step back, 4-step back, he's going to take like 10-step back now just to get away from these defensive linemen coming at him.
Yo, I know one thing. He's going to be scared. Like I said, he has to play the defense, the crazy defenses right now, man. He has to play the Bears first. Right? Am I right? No. He plays Minnesota's defense, then he plays the Bears defense, then he plays Steelers defense. Like, he has a workout. You got to play Jags defense, Packers defense, Lions, and Ravens. Lions is nothing, but he has a workout in that division, bro.
I hate to tell you, man, Tua's going to finish ahead of him.
He is.
That's what I believe.
Why wouldn't you guys are Dolphins?
Yeah, we're a Dolphin fan. And it makes sense.
You know whatchamacallit's not going to get to the championship this year, though.
Who?
The team that won?
Tampa, yeah.
Oh, okay. When's the last time you or Miami won anything?
So that's going to be it for us. Thank you for listening to Locker Code with C, Red, and PJ, yo. Be sure to check us out on lockercode.com for all your fantasy needs, sit and starts, waiver wire pickup, matchups, news, and more. Check us out on Twitter, Locker Code Podcast, on Instagram, Facebook, is that everywhere, yo. Any shout-outs y'all boys want to do, you know what I mean?
Yo, shout out to all my poker players coming through the crib this weekend. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun, man.
Take all y'all money.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is just before Memorial Weekend, somebody has to fund my weekend. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody to fund my weekend. So come through, have fun. If you play poker and you know me and you know my number, call me.
I mean,
that's all I can say.
Bring a lot of cash.
Yeah, just bring your money. If you don't know me though.
You don't even need to bring your money. We got Zelle and all that stuff, right?
We don't play for money. I'm just kidding, people. We play friendly poker games. It's just to hang out, okay?
Yeah. Yo, shout out to my Zoes, man. Haitian Independence Day over the weekend.
Shout out to Zoes, man.
Yeah.
Flag Day.
Merry Christmas, happy
Name me 3 Zoe NFL plays.
Jerry the Zoe, Judy, Sony Mitchell,
Pierre Paul.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you, man, the Zoe people don't even know their players. They didn't even know it was. They didn't even know it was Flag Day.
Who didn't know?
Until you said.
Who didn't know?
I'm just saying. It does feel like they didn't even know. Not one of them post a flag in the chat.
I ain't post nothing. I ain't post nothing. I was just chilling.
I think they saw your text, my dude, and it was like, today is Flag Day. Oh, let me go ahead and put my flag on my car.
Nah, I don't need to do that, Joe. I don't never do that, Joe. I don't like putting I hated that, yo. Putting the flag on the cars and everything like that. You're like, I'm Haitian every day. It's not that day.
I'm not. Listen, man, I'm not a billboard.
Yo,
I love my culture, but that thing that you have, those gloves is the most popular.
Yeah,
you know those gloves?
Hanging down.
Oh man.